Oh, good afternoon everybody, and a very hot welcome here to Djuma Game Reserve here in the Sabi Sands, South Africa. It is baking. After the few cloud-filled skies, we've got beautiful blue skies, crystal clear, and it is, according to my little thermometer, it is 30 degrees in the shade. So add maybe a couple of degrees to that, and that's probably about the right temperature in the shade. So I'm thinking we're probably about 40 or so.
I heard it was 47 at Skukuza.
47 at Skukuza.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So I don't think we're too far off. It has been amazing, the heat. And unfortunately, I think the Impala have all left us. They were all standing around here. I was hoping they were going to stay put because they don't tend to like to leave the shade. But yeah, it looks like the ladies have left us. But welcome on board everybody. My name's Tara and Sebastian is behind camera. Mark is back in final control. And as you may see, I have a special guest with me here this afternoon. And unfortunately, we were supposed to go out this morning with him, but for unforeseen circumstances, as I will talk to you in a bit about what happened. But welcome on board, Eugene.
Thank
Finally,
you very much.
I know you've been very excited.
Yes.
And we're actually going to be able to get hopefully a 3-hour drive in for you as well. So yeah, welcome on board. For those of you who don't know you, what is your role and where do you come from?
Oh, okay. I'm from Cape Town, but I'm the assistant lodge manager for Djuma, Vuyatela and Gallego. And my day in and day job is to make sure that everything goes perfect at this 5-star lodge in the middle of the Sabi Sands, and for everybody just to be here and to enjoy themselves and not to touch any of Tara's equipment while I'm on this drive.
He's already been briefed. He's tried touching everything at the moment, from the screen to the radio.
Like new toys. I have to touch it. I have to make sure it works. Yeah.
So he's in charge of the checklist. We are continuing the checklist. So I am on drive 10. Actually, I just need to explain to you how you do this, because I have a special way of doing it.
No problem.
So little tick and then the number 10 next to it, so that I can actually put on Facebook and I keep up to date with what's going on.
Okay, so this was the first, the second, the third. So
drive.
when you saw it.
Yeah.
So number 10.
Yeah. So you need to put a tick and a 10. So that's his department. So he has to tick off everything that we see, but only when people identify it. So if you would like to join us, then checklist. Well, if you want to get your checklist, then send it through to questions@djuma.com. Questions@djuma.com, and Mark will be able to send you through a checklist if you haven't got one already. But as I say, we're about halfway through our drives. We're doing 20 drives in total and seeing how many species we can tick off. But we're only allowed to tick them off once you guys identify the species for us. So let's carry on. I'm going to head down towards Treehouse Dam, I think, see what's around there. As I say, with it being so hot, I'm hoping we're going to get a lot of animals around by the dams this afternoon, maybe the small pans as well. So I want to check out Nyala Road, around by Chela Pan. I think there was a little bit of water there. But yeah, anywhere we know where there's water, I think that's going to be a good place to start this afternoon. So let's get going. So I was hoping to see our little one, the first little one of the season, little Impala. But I think they might be down towards the dam maybe.
Have you guys seen any Impalas being born yet?
Not being born, but there are 2 youngsters.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty convinced we saw the first female who had given birth. There's it'll be 3 days ago now, when we came back towards the end of my last drive. We actually had a female walking out of the bush by herself, walking towards the rest of the herd, and she did look like she'd lost a little bit of weight. So I'm thinking we possibly saw her coming out of the bush where she had
The little one.
Yeah. And 2 days later, sure enough, we saw a baby. So I'm pretty convinced. So this morning, well, actually, the saga happened last night. For those of you who weren't able to join us, we did lose picture by about 5 o'clock last night, and we thought it might have been equipment overheating, so we opened everything up, we tried to cool it off, park in the shade. We also thought it may have been something to do with the computers back in final control being so hot. So we did try everything we could possibly think of at that stage. And Pete, we also had Pete on the line, and we decided, okay, we had to go back to final control and cool everything off. And we did get picture for a second, and then it went off again. And by that time it was quite late, so we wanted to get the batteries back on charge. So all the tests that we had done, we thought we'd pinpointed the problem. So we thought, okay, well, we'll restart everything in the morning, restart other things as well, and hopefully we'd be able to go out and drive. And we did that this morning. We had picture, and then it just was lost again. It was probably a good couple of minutes we had it, a good few minutes, and then it went. So it took us 3 hours. We all became technicians this morning, I can tell you. Learned a lot of new things. We actually now know what Alex and Lucy were doing with their laptops around by the vehicle, because we were doing that this morning with the help of Pete. We actually had my laptop on top of Seb's laptop, so Pete could see what was on Seb's screen, and it was quite interesting. So definitely we very grateful for Skype, I can tell you. It's a shame we didn't actually video it, but yeah. So now we know what they were up to, and we managed to find the fault. It turned out to be one of the other cables connecting the equipment, and it's possible that got burnt out. So we have got a spare one just in case, so at least we know where to change it if we need to. But as I say, it did take us a little while.
Yeah, we're busy.
Oh, you're talking about the roads.
Yeah, we're busy slashing and dicing and making sure that the roads are back up to standard after the big storms we had. So just filling everything up as well. I had a question the other day. You know those stumps that is next to the road we just drove past? Everybody was sending me an email asking me why.
The branches.
The branches. Mm-hmm. And everybody asked us why we did that. Well, the honest truth is there's a water pipeline underneath there, and which is providing water to the lodge, and the elephants are coming and pull up the pipes all the time. So every time people drive over, they make it easier for the elephants to be able to lift it up. So that's why we're closing up that road for the people that wanted to know.
Yeah. It's a way to encourage the regrowth of the bush a lot quicker as well. Yes. And usually you'd put grass in there as well, and it would actually help to catch seeds from plants, and the seeds would then be caught, and it would actually just encourage the growth over a bare patch. And we'd actually do that in areas, in disturbed areas, in reserves, for whatever reason, wherever they've been disturbed. If you've got a bare patch or something, you'd normally do that on reserves anyway. Closing roads, making new roads if you need to, that is the way to do it. And then the bigger branches stop animals really walking on it, and also getting to any seedlings that are germinating and stopping them being able to eat them. So it just discourages them.
Nature's quite interesting, actually.
It is, definitely.
How it looks after itself and how it just grows. The vicious circle of life.
Well, it would go, if you stop driving over it, it would go back to that eventually. It would take much longer than if you, what we call brush packed it.
Yeah.
And, I don't have that animal.
Oh, and there's a baby.
Oh, there is a baby. Oh, hello, baby. Oh, awesome. Okay, so first ID for this afternoon. questions@juma.com. But I don't just need what animal it is, I need what species. Oh, baby's still quite fuzzy and brown. That means it's fairly young still, probably under a year old.
A year?
Under a year.
Under a year.
Under a year. We'll be able to see now.
Oh. Oh.
Well, that's very cute. She is mine. Ah, there it is. Scaring off the Impala boys. I'm going to try and just see if we can get a little bit closer. you running in this heat?
Running away from us.
Yeah. Maybe they know something that we don't. Could be they're actually wanting to catch up to the impala. Extra eyes and ears to keep a lookout for predators.
How long does it take for for them to grow fully?
Zebra, usually around, you're looking about 3 years. They're probably just shy of reaching full height. So I'd probably say about 4 or 5 years
4 or 5
to
years.
become fully grown.
Fully grown.
So yeah, say 3-year-olds are just shy, but maybe about 3.5, 4, maybe if I was pushing it a bit.
Oh, I see the impala is way in front.
Oh, Eugene! You said the name!
No, but you asked the name of these ones.
Huh?
You asked the name of these ones.
No.
Huh? No, he said the name of these ones.
No, he said the names of the ones which are running in front of us.
No, he did. He said the name. I did hear him.
No.
Yeah, he did. Even Mark said as well.
Which
Are you
name-
talking about the eye?
Which name did you want?
Huh?
These ones?
The horse-like creatures.
Huh?
No, I
The
was talking about the
horse-like
You
impalas.
said impala.
No, when you were asking me the question, Mark just said. Oh, okay. Oh, phew.
All right,
phew.
I have to get
Okay.
used to this game.
Yeah, you do.
Sorry, dog.
No,
What is
apparently they
this?
did come in.
Well, it's not like you're gonna...
Okay, Binky came in just before we said it.
Oh.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Binky.
It's not like you're not gonna see zebra.
But did they say which species it was?
Awesome. Thanks, Nick. And Roy. So everybody said virtual zebra, which is what we have on the list, and Roy said plain zebra. Thank you so much, everybody. Before Eugene gave the game away. Awesome. Yeah, they really do seem to want to keep up with the impala there. The impala have bolted.
Yeah.
The impala have bolted. I'm just going to try once more. Because I just want to see, because I don't think it's actually us. I think it really is. They're just wanting to keep up with the impala. But yeah, there is, and I keep saying this, and I'm actually not too sure where to start. But there is a bit of a confusion when it comes to this type of zebra. Now, it was known as the virtual zebra, and then around 2004, I think it was, sort of the mammal Bible here in southern Africa, Skinner, or one of the authors is Skinner, found some research done, and the people that did the research in 2004 seem to think that the virtual zebra here in South Africa had been or were different to the ones in Eastern Africa, and the main reason being that this shadow stripe on the rump, and their Latin name has actually changed. Are you gonna carry on going? I'm gonna try and get to bend in the road. So the ones right up ahead are just setting the pace here. See, they're still going. I can't see where those impala have gone now. So yeah, so hopefully you can see the shadow stripes in the rump just as they disappear. I'm not going to try and keep up with them. I'm going to let them go. But that brown stripe on just underneath the black and white. So as I say, around 2004, I think that research was done. And I think around that stage they possibly changed the Latin name to Equus guacha, which is the plain zebra, which is what the guacha actually belongs to. They've now decided it's a subspecies. of zebra. It's alright, we do have a spare battery on board. So yes, now the problem comes in is that on Wikipedia, now Wikipedia has been known to have a few mistakes, but they seem to have gotten better over the years that it's been going. And Wikipedia seems to think that they now are confirming that these are still Birchall's zebra. And apparently there was a problem that they thought that they were extinct in this area as well, the actual Birchall zebra, that they were actually hunted to extinction. So there's two different stories going on there. And the conflict, as I say, I'm not too sure. I really want to get to the bottom of it, but I'm not too sure of where to go to get to the bottom of it. So as I say, I am putting my mind to it, and when I do actually come up with an answer of who to go to ask, and then hopefully I'll be able to get an actual answer as to what we really should be calling these zebra. But Birchall zebra is fine for now. Plain zebra, common zebra, that's the three names that we've got for this type of zebra here. And as I say, it was that research in 2004, that's what changed, I think, their Latin name at least. And that's why when I first started as well, I was calling them the common or the plain zebra, which is what I understood them to be. And as I say, now, whether Wikipedia is right, they seem to have got their stuff up to date. Where they've got that stuff from, I'll have to have a look. But they're still calling Birchall zebra. Kingdon also, he's calling Birchall zebra, but that was published a little while ago. So yes, quite a strange one. But yes, Birchall's, common or plains, but they are a type of plain zebra. So yeah, plains is sort of the collective for about, I think, 7 subspecies. And this one could be known as the Birchall's or the common. So now that I've probably confused you even further, let's keep going, heading down towards Treehouse Down. And that wind is really nice now.
It is quite nice, chilly.
It's got nice, just quite a nice...
A cool breeze.
Yeah. Still some warmth to it, but it is slightly cooler.
Yeah.
So yes. So what was the reason you wanted to come on board with us today? 'Cause I know you've been very excited, but was there a reason?
Well, I always wanted to join you guys, and I'm not allowed to have favourites and those things, and Tara unfortunately was one of my, not unfortunately, fortunately is my favourite presenter.
Oh, thank you.
So, I did say that now on internet and everything like that, but yeah, so I always wanted to do a drive with you, and especially before I leave Juma, I wanted to have the opportunity to join you guys and just experience what you guys do and those things on a live game drive.
Yeah, because I mean, you have watched from
Final Control.
I have directing,
yes.
And obviously just watching as well. Eugene sometimes pops into the chat room, as I'm sure some of you have seen.
Yeah, so
yeah, to put the face to the name for some of you.
And a lot of people has also asked me, when are you going to join? And I say, yeah, I will do it. And I just decided, well, I need to do this before I go, and it's a dream coming true to do it.
And when are you actually leaving?
Well, I'm busy with finalizing all those things. But it looks like it will be, well, in the next month.
Yeah.
I will be gone from Juma, which has been an incredible opportunity. Unfortunately, Pinky is coming back, which is the assistant lodge manager, whose position I filled until she returned. And it was a great opportunity working for Yuri Moorman and managing Gallego, which is our self-catering lodge, which is an incredible lodge, especially for our South African people, to come and see the lodge and stay here and go on these Sabi Sands. So yeah, working with Yuri Moorman and with Nikki Brands, good experience.
Because am I right in thinking that Gallego is the only self-catering in Sabi Sands?
It is the only self-catering in Sabi Sands.
Am I seeing what I'm thinking I'm seeing through there?
What are you seeing?
No, termite mound. Oh, I thought it was a big pachyderm. Oh, but I don't have these guys. We also need to have a good look around here because Texan did say that the two cubs might have been around here this morning.
Yes, they were here this morning.
Oh, I can hear the European beaters. There's one flying a bit of... Sorry, Seb, not the best of angles for you. So,
Which bird is this?
that's the European beaters.
Are they originally from Europe, or do they,
They
migrate?
They migrate, yeah. And they arrived probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago now.
Oh, is it?
And it was one of those birds, when I was in the UK, I really wanted to see.
Mm.
Really, really wanted to see. And unfortunately, I never got a chance to see them because I was too far north. They don't come... You might get them maybe in the south of England if you're lucky. But
So how cool is that? Travelling all the way to South Africa to see it?
To see, and that's actually, for a lot of the birds, the European roller as well, all these types of birds I really want to see. And there was a chance possibly to see them right on the southern coast of England, otherwise it would be Europe. And I never saw them. So now, South Africa, I get to see all of them on migrant birds.
At the beautiful Djuma.
Definitely, very much so. Got a fork-tailed drongo trying to drink there. So, I need an ID on the bird that you saw to begin with, the big bird, the colourful bird.
This one.
Yep. questions@juma.com. As I say, it's up to you how you want to use your checklist. You don't need to wait until somebody IDs it. If you want to play along and see if you can ID these birds that we see, or animals, or reptiles, or amphibians, and you can tick off what you can ID, or you can just tick off with what we see. It's totally up to you how you want to use it.
To me it looks like a lion.
You're playing it safe, eh?
I'm playing it safe now. It looks like a lion.
Oh, look at the water thickney chasing off. What have we got there, actually? Just grab my binoculars again.
It's actually
Little
quite...
birds, right. Oh, the wattled starlings. Very nice. Water thickney chasing them away. Not making a very good job of it, though. The females there. The males have got the... Yeah, there's a male drinking, actually. They've got the wattle hanging down, that piece of skin hanging down, whereas the females don't have that. And then you've got possibly juveniles. Oh, sure. Water thickening is getting really aggressive. It's the heat.
It's quite a lot of birds together. Quite a
Yeah, very
mixture.
nice.
Which nests are those on the other side?
Those are weaver bird nests.
Weaver bird nests.
We've actually been watching the weaver making them. I'm actually going to go onto the dam wall and we'll have a closer look. That's probably the closest that I've seen the wattled starlings. And I did see 2 nostrils in the water. I don't know if we've seen them yet. Did you see them? I think we've got a hippo snoozing in here. There we go.
There we go.
We do. We have a hippo snoozing. Hippos, especially in this heat, you very rarely find them out. You may sometimes see them sunbathing for a short moment, but usually in this heat especially, you'll find them in the water, and he is probably in La La Land.
How long can they stay underwater?
Very deeply
at a
in La
time?
La Land. About 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
So he has to come up.
Yeah, but if you notice, only his nostrils are coming up. That's how I know he's actually sleeping, and he's probably in a very, very deep sleep, because only his nostrils are coming up above the surface of the water.
So when they're in a deep sleep, their body still moves up and down like autopilot?
No, it'll just be the head.
Just the head.
So he'll be sleeping in a spot where he doesn't have to move too much, and he can lift his head and breathe. And it's an automatic thing.
Automatic thing. Amazing.
So I mean, there's no strict rule. You know, it'd be wrong to say that hippos stay in the water all the time during the day, and only leave the water at night. That's the normal pattern, but there are exceptions to that rule. And when you do get winter heat, you'll tend to find hippos out of the water a lot more during the day, and actually sunbathing and warming themselves up.
Yes.
And actually going to look for food and grazing, because they are going to have to travel further afield to go and find food as well. So you often find them leaving late in the afternoon, through the night, and then coming back sometimes 10, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Because that's what I wanted to say. About 3 months ago, we had like 11 hippos right in front of the lodge at the dam where the webcam is. And I mean, you saw them every day sunbathing and relaxing.
I want him on the log. Okay, there's the second one for you guys to ID on the log. Oh! Okay, he's going into the tree opposite. I've got the one that looks very similar on my list, but this one is the one I'm missing. And actually, the other day I thought the one that we saw... Okay, I'm going to give that story actually after the ID, because then it's going to give it away too much. But yeah. But look at the breast, that will help you out.
I would say it's cheetah.
Oh.
I'm
Oh no, I
it-
do have him. Okay, no, we're fine then. We do have him. But, okay, no. Then that story's null and void then. Because I just saw the wing bar. So this is a striped, or Levalance.
Le Vaillant.
Levaillance.
Le Vaillant. Forget about the T. Don't
Le
pronounce
Vaillant.
the T at the end. Le Vaillant.
Levaillon. There we go. Levaillon. Or striped cuckoo. If you have a look at the breast, we've got the stripes down the chest and that wing bar. And I actually didn't think the wing bar was as prominent on the striped cuckoo as it is on the Jacobin, which is what I thought it was, because I just saw a clear breast, but like the Jacobin, because that's why I wanted it. I thought it was the Jacobin. But the bird that I did see the other day, I thought I did see stripes, and then when I was checking in my photographic guide, it seemed that the stripe, the white on the wing bar on the wing, that white stripe isn't as prominent on the stripes as it is in Jacobin. But now, looking at it, it is quite prominent. So I think I was right in my first ID the other day, because he wasn't helping us out too much. He kept turning around, and I was convinced I saw stripes. But then I thought, oh, that wing bar looks quite prominent. So there we go.
And where do they originate from?
They African,
African.
but they are migrants. They
Migrants,
inter-African migrants that don't go all the way up to Europe.
It's cool afro.
Yeah, most of the cuckoos are actually migrants. And now I'm thinking, okay, just before we do move, are we able to get the bird with the yellow eye? Because while we've got it in the sun, that is quite stunning. If we are able to, don't move. Cool. So that's going to be your third bird ID then. Waiting for the multicoloured bird, and then this is the second one. Your third ID for the day, sorry. Oh, thank you so much, Walter, in Germany. And Patty Mulligan and another Patricia, thank you so much, with Egyptian goose. Apparently Walter's saying there's a lot of Egyptian geese breeding over in Germany, and they do go as far up as Europe, but they tend to be resident geese. Sure, look, he's really panting there. You can see the beak of most of the birds you've seen around here actually being open, and they're trying to cool themselves off. Looks like he did walk into the water a little bit. That beautiful yellow eye. Watching out for any predators above them. that stunning metallic colour. Yeah, I was going to say, why are you sitting out in the sun?
Oh, chasing food.
Chasing after insects. Ooh, ooh! Gone. Quite dark, this one. Notice it's actually got quite a lot more blue metallic feathers than green.
Are they born with that colour, or are they...
Yeah, yeah. Now this is... the metallic is actually due to a layer or layers of keratin, which help to reflect the light. It's not produced by what they eat.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well maybe let's have a quick look around here, but I do want to go and have a closer look at the nests. Thank you everybody. Did you check off Egyptian goose? You've got that one. Did Texans say exactly where?
No, but he's on drive.
Oh, is he on drive? Texan, come in. Good afternoon, Texan. Sorry, I have my radio turned down. I just want to find out, this morning you said that there was the Mampim plans for Karula around Treehouse. Were they Lalapan somewhere west of Treehouse, or were they on the move? Oh, northern side. Okay, copy. Thank you very much.
Texan is an amazing ranger.
Yeah, he is.
Very, very good. He's very focused.
Always very helpful.
Very helpful,
Very helpful.
And he likes sharing nature, especially when I see with our guests checking in. He's actually very excited always to share something new, something... and he's very playful as well.
Yeah, no, he's definitely got a wicked sense of humour.
Yeah, he does.
Good afternoon, Graham. How are you? Very well, thank you. I did get some tracks of the fluffies down towards Philemon's Dip heading south. Okay, copy. Yeah, I'm here now. I'm just having a quick look myself, and then I'll probably come back here a little bit later as well. Copy that. Okay, so apparently the Shadulu termite mound just around here, but we'll have a quick look here and then go
That way.
over the wall.
I also want to just tell everybody they must go to the Facebook page and go and look at the photos I uploaded today.
Oh, okay.
Oh my word, the people that left us today has given us the most amazing pictures of Karula's cubs
Really?
while we're looking for them. So yeah, definitely must go to our Facebook page.
That is is fantastic. Wow. A lot of interference in the radio again. Okay, so somebody picked up on what I was saying. Thanks, RC. Thank you very much for the ID on the Starling. And apparently a few people did come back with Cape Glossy, which is what I was thinking first. But now knowing that there is greater blue-eared starlings here, I'm being a lot more careful with what I'm checking for. And I was checking for the dark patch behind the eye, which was there, and they've got a slightly bluer look to their feathers than the Cape Glossy. The Cape Glossy is quite green in colour. So I'm pretty convinced that was a greater blue-eared. A greater blue-eared starling. Can you see it?
No, it's inside the log already.
Oh, wow.
What was it?
We won't say the name because it comes out again. I think it'd be nice for
A nocturnal species.
Yes, but
I don't think it will come out
she's
again.
gone. I'm trying to find the
It
log
went
now.
into that hole on the log. No.
Can't find the log on the monitor.
Okay, I think I'm just probably a little bit too far forward.
Is this one? Yeah,
You
it's
in?
this one. She went in there.
Ah, that's the one, yeah. Oh, wow. This goes to show
Just
even
saw the
nocturnal
tail.
animals can be out. I saw the whole thing.
Did you?
Yeah.
Just the tail.
Okay, as I said, I don't think it's going to come out. So, I will give the name away. It was a large spotted genet.
Oh, there she is. There she is.
How can you see? I was going to say I'm watching it as well. But yeah, there was a large spotted genet and she ran from the bushes to the left of this hole. And I saw her just as I was driving down here, and she dived into the hole, and I think that's when Seb saw the tail.
Yeah.
That
You guys
would have
made
been
me so
very
excited. I
nice.
thought we found the leopards.
No, but that's special.
I'm
To see a
just-
genet out in the
In
in
the
the
day.
open in the day, that is very special. I wonder, she was probably underneath the bush and trying to cool off a little bit. Oh, fantastic. I'm just so sorry we couldn't get... But I'm glad you saw it, because otherwise I thought I would have been imagining it. So I have a feeling they're going to be in the drainage line there. But let's go to the wall. So we might have been able to have a view of them on this. But then otherwise we'll try and come back a little bit later when it's a little cooler. Oops. just checking to see if she's not going to come out the hole. Okay, I think that's the termite mound he was talking about them being on. But, if I was them, I'd be finding a lot of shade. Especially with all that fur. I think someone was asking a little while ago why they were panting more than the antelope seemed to. And I think, you know, especially with the thick fur, that does tend to make them slightly warmer than maybe the antelope. I think that does have a lot to do with it. Still snoozing. Okay, have a really good look down there, guys.
There she is.
Oh, you can see her?
Yes,
Also, oh yes, I can see her. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. First time you see them?
No, I've seen them before,
It's
but
a little bit more
that I
forward.
spotted
Forward.
them.
Yeah.
There we go. So I'm thinking maybe we can go down in from the other
I was going
side.
to say if I was a leopard, that's where I would be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Is it's nice and cool down here.
And there's water and everything.
Awesome.
Yeah, we saw them about 2 weeks ago. We went for a drive and we saw both of them together, and Karula.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm quite happy.
Is he
with
eating
it.
something? Or she? Who is it?
Yeah.
You can hear oxpeckers above us. Yeah, it does. It looks like. And it looks like Shivambalana. Yes, that's because it is Shivambalana. Cool. Should we go down and see if we can come in from the other side?
He's got a...
Oh no, we can see him quite nicely here.
They're calling it in.
Yeah.
So this is Karula's Slatus female cub,
No, this is the male.
the male.
Mhm.
Shivambalana.
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 Yeah, Shivambalana.
He's quite big.
No, he is. Hey, hello, beautiful boy. Sure, his left eye really does look like that of Mishu, with that deep Y.
Oh, I see what he's eating.
I just wonder where.
So
the
I'm just
sister is.
not convinced we're going to get a nice view looking at it, because the tree is going to be just in the way from where we want to see. But we might actually,
Can,
we might be better going in from the other side, from this side,
Yes.
I think.
Like,
If I remember when we had the
when I had the
hyena down
hyena.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think from the other side we're going to have that tree in the way and we're going to be on top of him before we
Otherwise
actually...
you go around.
No, just because we're going to be looking at the back. Let's see, let's try from this side and we might spot Shabinzia as well. Station's got lock of Shivambalana just west of Treehouse Dam. I know, Namatata. to be the right side. I think it was the smallest side.
This way. See that.
Yeah, it's there.
Just behind this tree, hey?
Yes, on the left hand side.
I
squirrel.
think...
It's a squirrel, do you think? Might have been better off that side.
Oh, that side.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see, yeah. Did you catch yourself some lunch, eh? I'd be very impressed if you did. And he's just finished it.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Okay, can you see him there?
Yeah.
Aren't they turning a year this year? This month?
Yep. We're not entirely sure the date, but they will be a year this month, probably in the next few days. Where is your sister, little boy? That is awesome. He must have caught something himself, and if you think it's a squirrel,
Yeah, I think it was a squirrel.
yeah. Now the reason why we know it was this month that they were born is basically the calculations that we made. We were lucky enough to catch Karula mating. On the 1st of August she actually mated outside my room at 4 o'clock in the morning. And then the following day in the evening we actually caught them on camera, which was fantastic. So the 2nd of August.
And how long do they carry?
Usually 100 days.
100 days. That's quite short.
But if you think about it, for a predator, if they have too much excess weight, it's going to slow them down. They're not going to
For
be
hunting.
successful in hunting. Yeah.
Okay, then it does make sense.
Now with the herbivores being food for a lot of animals, carrying the extra weight is going to be a little bit of a hindrance, but it gives their young a little bit better chance of survival, because it does mean that they are better developed. They are better developed, so they are able to stand and run within hours of birth. Whereas predator
Maybe go this
young,
way.
yeah, predator young are born usually blind and need a lot of assistance from the parent or parents before they're able to start moving around.
Moving around in those things.
Hey little boy, where are you gonna go? You're gonna go back that way just to
make our life
just as soon as I get a nice view of you. You see him there?
Yeah.
Now something as small as that, they will be eating the bone as well as the meat and everything else that goes with the squirrel. Doesn't look like he plucked it too much either. There isn't much fur there. Are you going to take the camera off? I can try and pull the vehicle around a little bit more. Okay. Oh, I wouldn't drink that water. Surely the water at the dam's a little bit cleaner. I've got your audiogram. We're just literally by that little pan, just beyond the dam wall.
I think that name is a little
Well, he's just as beautiful, but yeah, it is the Ingwe. I don't know if you want to try over the dam wall and come in from the other side, on the southern side. I'm on the northern at the moment.
Okay, now, thank you.
Did you see us?
Yeah. Graham saying green spotted dove. Okay, now he's a little bit further. There you go. Can you see him nicely there, Seb?
Yeah.
We are going to have to drive around. How's it? Copy. Thanks, Ryan. Okay, just an update from Ryan there, the young Styx male, who I'm sure a few people will be quite interested in. Do you see him there, Seb? You okay?
There are a few branches in the way, but...
Oh, is it?
sorry, I'll put your monitor back on.
Because I can pull forward a little bit more, actually. Say when?
Yes, right here.
Yeah. Yes, the Styx male, the young male lion. I'm sure a few people would love to know about him. And Ryan's just given an update saying that he's on Arethusa, or he was this morning. And apparently he's the only lion that's been around for the last week or so. So everyone's been missing lion, apart from the north. In fact, I think the Juma guests are the only guests that have actually been seeing lion recently. Thanks to the Matimbas and the Nkuhumas.
So which pride is bigger?
At the moment, I
Yeah.
think it's the Salalas, actually. Salalas are 7 in total.
7.
Nkuhumas, I think, if memory serves me correctly, 5. They number 5 now. Styx are 4. And those are the main 3 prides that we get here. And up until probably about 2 months ago, we never even saw the Salalas here until... in the year and a half that I've been here, I never saw the Salalas.
Yeah.
But then I think they were here before I arrived, so they were known to Wild Earth, but they went, I think, further west. And then with all what's been happening with the lions, the coalition and everything, they've come back in. The Styx have gone south into Mala Mala, and they've been down south with the 4 Majingilans. And the Nkuhumas were in the north with the 2 Kajimas, but it looks like the Matimbas are taking over that territory. So there seems to be a bit of room for the Salalas to come back this side.
Yeah.
But I think his sister has gone on a little bit of a wander. And obviously most important, just like a domestic cat, cleaning yourself.
Now, is it normal for them to be together like this the whole time?
Be apart.
Or be apart and being together?
Well, I think it really depends on the individuals. I mean, Mishu and Induna apparently were inseparable, even at this age. They were always around together, whereas These two seem to spend more time apart than we've seen them together, but it could just be coincidence. It could be just when we're seeing them.
We go out.
Could be that they are spending a lot of time together, but we just happen to see them when they're not together. But I would wager that probably isn't true. I think we are seeing the reality. I think we are seeing the fact that she goes wandering a lot further afield from where Mum leaves them, and he tends to stay put a lot more.
Yeah, because the pictures I got from that I took when I saw them together about 2 weeks ago, they were on the same tree together.
No, we have seen them together. They do share, sort of time together. They play and they do wash each other and sit together and snooze on each other. So there is that bond there, but it doesn't seem to be as strong as maybe what Misha and Duna were. Now it could be because they different sexes. It might just be something to do with the fact that they are just complete individuals. It might have the personality. Not knowing how, maybe one of the viewers out there can help me with the girls. If anybody watched the girls growing up, were they as close as Misha and Induna seemed to be, or were they spending a lot of time apart? Maybe someone can help us out with that. And obviously if anybody does have any questions, do feel free to send them through, questions@juma.com, either animal related or bush related for me, or if you want to send anything through to Eugene about the lodge or anything like that, then also send through questions to Eugene too. Look at those paws.
Yes.
And that never ceases to amaze me. No matter how much blood they get on the face or the paws, it's always cleaned off.
Yeah, I've seen some quite hectic photos after they've eaten, and then half an hour later they clean again. Oh, look at those spots.
But with such a small meal, he's not going to be panting as heavy. Now, this is another reason why big cats will pant. If they've been eating, they'll increase the body temperature, or the digestion actually does increase the body temperature because it's active, it's working. So then you'll find that the cats will often spend the time on the back with the belly exposed, and it's much thinner skin, so it does actually help to release a lot of that built-up heat through that thinner skin. So you'll often find them lying on the back with the belly exposed and panting, trying to cool themselves off. But you can see he is panting a little bit, but not as much after what he would do after a very large meal. As I say, I can feel for him. It is extremely hot. I wonder if my thermometer's gained. No, we're still sitting around 30 in the shade. But what's really nice is this little boy, as I say, he was called Shivambalana due to his shy nature, and he does still seem to have that cautious nature, and he does tend to still look at the vehicles, but you can see he's actually a lot more relaxed with the vehicles than what he was when he was younger. His sister seemed to relax with the vehicles very, very quickly, but it did take him a little while. Now, it could be he had a bad experience when he was a little bit younger. Maybe someone drove too close to them, or someone drove past them without realising and he got a fright. Anything along those lines, and that can actually imprint on them and change their behaviour. And it could be that he got a fright, and that was why he's a lot more wary around the vehicles. But it does seem to be that he's actually started to get over that, and whatever the reason was, it might not have been that at all. It might just have been that he just wasn't sure about them. But certainly when his mother and sister are there, he was walking past the vehicles and he was a little bit more relaxed, but not like his mother or his sister. But he is starting to realise that the vehicles are not going to harm him. They're just there sometimes and not others. So he seems to be understanding that now.
And the maximum cubs that a leopard can carry is 2.
No, they have been known to have 4, even 6.
Oh, is it?
But the normal, the average number you're looking at is probably around 2 or 3.
2 or 3. Okay. So it could relate quite a healthy...
I mean, she may have had more, and it could be that only 2 have survived through that initial stage, but my feeling is that she's probably only ever had 2 each time. Now just going back to what I was saying about when leopards or any predator gives birth, when they small, when they are helpless, they'll be born blind usually, and it'll take them a few days for the eyes to open, and they are very vulnerable to predators, to other predators, whether it's snakes, jackal, even white-tailed mongoose might, even if they find a baby leopard, they might make a meal of it, who knows. But even lion, hyena, other leopard, so they become extremely vulnerable when they're that age, and that's one of the reasons why it is possible that Karula could have had cubs, and it is possible that she had more than 2, but she, something happened to one of them, either a snake getting them or whatever. But as I say, I think judging by her character and judging by, the 2 each time, I would say that she just has had 2 each time. But that's why I'm saying there is a possibility there could have been more. I'm hoping you could hear the sound of the European beaters flying over, a beautiful sound. Hi Mudgy over there in Texas, good afternoon to you. And a question for you, Jean, and wanting to know how many other types of lodges are there over in Sabi Sands? Do you know?
Well,
Oh no.
Oh no one.
Oh, sorry, how many types of lodgings are there at Juma?
Yeah, Juma's got 2 properties, which is called Gallego, that's a self-catering lodge, and then we've got Vuyatela, which is a 5-star lodge, which has come with 5-star service, turndowns and setups, and our chef Jace that cooks. And yeah, it's 2 very, very beautiful lodges and situated about 5 kilometers away from each other. So yeah, it's 2 amazing lodges, and you can see both of them on our website, which is www.juma.com.
This little boy has heard something. Now this one I'm just going to spend a little bit of time, probably not too much longer, depends on what he gets up to. But one of the things with leopards, you may have a sleeping leopard, and then if something catches their attention, they can all of a sudden become a very alert leopard. Now if you look at his ears are twitching like mad, trying to pick up what sounds that are around, and something may have just caught his attention. He did look up for the bee-eaters, I think. It could be that he decides, maybe he's hearing his sister. He could decide that, yeah, see, look, there he goes again. Where's he looking? Could be another squirrel.
For lunch.
Yeah. Yeah, you see it. But he has got big now. Wow. He's going to be a big boy. And I think it's just... What's the word? It just looks even more so because of his sister being small. Because remember, she's a female, so she's not going to grow as a rapid rate as her brother. She's not going to be as large as her brother usually. There will be a size difference. And even when from word go, there was quite a big size difference, which was swaying people into the thought that there was one male and one female. But we wanted to confirm it before we really said for sure. keeps looking up. Ooh, there's another bird. Are we able
Where
to
is
get the
that,
birds?
Yeah, I was just seeing this one, eh? It is color.
Oh no. Oh, that's the plum-coloured starling.
Wow, I've never seen one before.
Oh, really?
No, it's
I was after the
pretty.
bird that's just flown off. Never mind. But yeah, plum-coloured starling,
Sorry,
that's the
I said-
male.
Do you have this one on your list?
Yep.
So unfair.
Beautiful hair. That beautiful metallic purple.
It's gorgeous.
I think it's now called a violet-backed starling. Stunning. But the other bird left. That's just rude. I wasn't looking at that. Okay.
Camera is like boiling hot.
Are you talking about that one there?
Ah, there he is.
Oh, nice one, Eugene.
Yeah, nice one, Eugene. Hi, Tora. I hope you're
Oh,
well.
Gone again.
Oh, is he gone again?
How's that zoomed in?
Tora wants to know, do leopards regurgitate the fur of the animal if they eat it? And it seems to come out in their scat more than anything, Tora. There is debate as to whether they do cough up fur balls or not. I think they possibly do, and it could be that they sometimes cough up the fur of whatever they've eaten as well. As I say, there is evidence to suggest they cough up fur balls. I think we actually saw him coughing up. No, it was Shavins. Was it Shavins that you had the other day? You had one of them
Yes.
eating grass, trying to settle his stomach and throw up whatever was causing a problem. And it could be that she was trying to cough up a fur ball then. So as I say, it's one of those, you don't really see fur balls out here in the wild. I have heard of up in Kenya, they're actually the lion hair balls are actually used as talismans. They get worn around the necks. But sometimes you do find scat that is completely full of hair, so it could be the scat that's just dried off. So it's one of those, whether they do or not. But I think they do. I mean, they are a cat. They wash themselves like a cat. They have a rough tongue like a cat. You know, the fur must come off like a cat.
They move
They
like
do
a
molt.
cat.
Well, yeah, they are essentially a cat, so I can't see why they wouldn't cough up fur balls. But as I say, they do have an extremely acidic stomach, which can digest, and he would be digesting the bones of the squirrel that he would have eaten. But as I say, most of that fur is probably going to come out in his dung, or scat, as it's supposed to be called. But as I say, if you think about your domestic cat, if they do eat a mouse, you'll sometimes find bits of hair in their scat as well. So it's a similar sort of thing. If it's a very fluffy animal, sometimes you'll actually find them
this
plucking
one,
the
Tom?
fur.
Do you want this bird?
Yeah, that little back
No.
one.
This one, the yellow one.
Oh, we've got that one, but you can have a look at him. Black-headed oriole, beautiful bird. That bright red bill, black head, yellow body, they are a stunning bird. Yeah, hello, mister. Could be a missus. Cool, well, I think we will leave Shivambalana to snooze for a little while and have another bit of a drive around, I think. We do need to move the camera out of the sun, I think, because we may find ourselves with a little bit of a problem. So, we'll come back a little bit later and just see if we can find his sister. Thanks, Graham. I'm going to pull out for a bit and try and return a little bit later on. How are we doing at the back there? Coming back with trees, yeah. Sorry, go again? Call me for what, sorry? see Shavinzi, that'll be awesome as well. Does that mean you're going to be staying for a little while? Fantastic. Oh my word.
Static.
I can't work out if that's someone trying to talk or what the story is.
Is that the bird again?
Where?
There.
Oh no.
It's not that one.
No. But if you're able to get it, I don't know if it's a little bit of a odd angle for you. Oh, it's gone anyway. Green wood hoopoo, or red-billed wood hoopoo as it used to be called. Nice spot, guys. Thank you so much.
Oh. That's what happened when you mix a little bit of French with South African.
Yeah, that's it, eh?
Teamwork.
Yes.
Very much so.
And I think Sebastian's going to kill me if I call him French one more time.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what happens when you mix jabon with it.
I won't kill you live, but after the drive, yes.
Okay. Okay, are we able to just have a quick look?
Yeah, it's just the light is very
Yeah.
bad though. I thought.
There you go, you can see the ring of one of the first, or one of the nests that's being started. Takes them probably about, oh, there's a stink bug just on the right. Is it a stink bug? No. Okay, it looks more like a moth now. But takes them maybe about a day and a half to complete, depending on the species. These are southern masked weaver nests. But Jojo had a question. Hi, Jojo. Hi Jojo. Shivambalana is less active hunting. Does that mean he's less skilled? I think it's an unfair assumption that he's not hunting as much. Could be that we've only seen Shavinzi because we've caught up with her more than Shivambalana. As I say, he does seem to be relying more on Karula, and when we have seen possibilities to hunt, Shavinzi does seem to take that initiative. But I don't know. I don't think it'll be because he doesn't have the skill, or he doesn't have any less skill than his sister, should have put it. He still doesn't possibly have the skill to hunt anything large. Oh, sorry, buffalo. I think the size is working against them at the moment, but possibly with the birth of the impalas, I think we could possibly start to see them trying a little bit more. But I mean, he just goes to show, he obviously called himself a squirrel, his sister's nowhere in sight. It's not something they would share anyway. In fact, they probably wouldn't share any of their kills with each other. They'd be highly protective over their kills. So yeah, as far as hunting goes, I don't think we've actually seen Shavinzi be successful with a squirrel. We've seen her go after them. We haven't seen her be successful.
Why do you find buffaloes to be separate on their own? Like this one here, you don't see him with others.
You just answered your question, because it's a him. He's an old boy. And they get to that stage, he's being a little bit antisocial with us. So he was moving quite rapidly when we pulled in. I'll see if we can see if there's any more, but yeah, buffaloes are usually herd animals when they're younger, but as they get older, sometimes they prefer their own company. Sometimes they'll find other old males to hang around with. And the reason why they're not with the herd is because they find it difficult to keep up with the herd.
Okay.
They find possibly the vegetation that the herd eats possibly a little bit too hard. So they go for softer vegetation closer to rivers and dams and places like that. So they take life at a little slower pace than the herd does as they get older.
But don't that put them at a higher risk of being...
Yep, it can do. Particularly want to go over that piece of wood if I can help it. You never know who's living in there. Okay, let's go a little bit further around. And so we're going to take a little drive. I do want to come back. Hi, Robin in Michigan. Welcome on board. And wanting to know, do leopards have any natural predators? Not predators that will kill them to eat them, but they do have enemies, as in lions, hyenas, other leopards, and that's possibly one of the largest problems that leopards face is the threat from other leopards. Fights over territory, especially fights over mates. Let's say male leopards killing offspring. Lions, some lions can't be bothered with the chase when they see a leopard, but some lions will give chase and kill a leopard. I mean, the Styx Pride have been known to kill leopard, but you've not really heard of the females, the unkahumas, actually taking down leopard. But the reason won't be to eat them, it will be because the fact that they're a predator and they're a threat on their prey source. Sometimes you'll find lions sleeping around the bottom of a tree where a leopard is in the top of the tree. You're going to stick around with the one? No. Sadly not. You don't really hear of cheetah killing leopard. Cheetah are a little bit slimmer than leopard, a little bit of a lighter build. If anything, we have heard of leopard killing cheetah. Apparently there was a cheetah on a kill. This was in Kruger. There was a cheetah on a kill. The leopard decided it wanted the kill. Cheetah defended the kill, which is quite unusual actually. So they tend to be quite intimidated. But it defended the kill, and leopard decided, well, I'll have you and the kill. The leopard killed the cheetah. Cheetah was found up in the tree along with its kill. Okay. Now let's try twin downs. Did you get the other mumpin pan?
I did.
Where was she hiding?
Not telling.
Apparently Shavinzi's just shown up.
Drew Andrew Fox.
and have a look at... No, my dad does. So I'm just going to go and check out Twin Dams and maybe pop back in a bit. Was there any more leopard questions there, Mark? Or did we get through them all? Hi, Pam. Pam, where's Pam from? Where's Pam from? Georgia. Hi, Pam. Good afternoon to you. Just asking if I could repeat the names of the birds. And of course, Pam. And I do try and repeat the names a couple of times, but sometimes I do forget, so apologies for that. But the black-headed oriole was the one with the red beak and the black head, the black-headed oriole. And then we had, sorry? Oh, you're breaking up a little bit. But yeah, black-headed oriole. Plum-coloured starling was the one just before with the beautiful purple and white, the white breast and the purple metallic feathers. The plum-coloured starling, or violet-backed starling as I think it's called now. And the two that we checked off the list was the greater blue-eared starling. Greater blue-eared starling and the Egyptian goose. Those are the two we just checked off the list. And we also had around the dam wattled starlings. That was the big flock. And the water thickney was chasing them off with larger birds. And then we had a striped or levalon. I can't say his name. Levaillon. I'm gonna have to keep saying it. Levaillon or striped cuckoo. So hopefully that helps you. That was the black and white bird with the stripes down the breast. More Egyptian geese. Wow, that sun's blinding. And another hippo. Hippo snoozing. I just saw the...
No, that one was awake. Eyes and everything.
Oh, did you see him up?
Eyes, everything.
Okay, well, we'll see if we can have a look at him then and see if we can get a nice view, because of where we were, the sun was a little bit difficult to see. I just saw a bump. I didn't see his head. Sorry, Mark, go ahead. Oh, there's a little bird on the side here that I haven't got.
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
Yeah, right.
That, the little one.
Oh.
Yep, standing right out in the open. Yep, there he is.
That one yet.
Nope, I don't have that one yet. So this is your next ID for this afternoon. Tiny little bird. Thanks, Walter. And Walter's saying that the Egyptian geese over there are resident also, which is normal for Egyptian geese. They are residents. You don't tend to get them migrating. But And apparently there was a family taking them, a family taking off in winter and taking their little ones on a flight in the cold January winter, and I bet that was freezing for them. But yes, you don't really hear of Egyptian geese migrating at all. If they're down here in South Africa, they stay in South Africa. If they're up in Europe, they stay in Europe. Beautiful little wader, this one. And take note of what's around the chest. That will help you. That's the one to look out for in this little bird. The colour of the eye you're not really going to see too well, but certainly the colour of the bill and the legs will help you. But certainly those markings around the neck. Can't say too much without giving the name away. Oh, we got some buffalo coming down to the dam as well. Oh, yeah, the hippo. I'll keep an eye on the hippo. Here come the buffalo. Stations Tuinyari at Treehouse Dam. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen more big animals around by the dams at the moment. This would be perfect weather for them to go rolling in mud and protecting their skin. But hi, Laurie. I hope you're well. Good to hear from you. I'm wanting to know, will Karula's cubs survive if anything happened to her? And it is possible they could survive at this stage. As I say, I mean, they are catching small things. There's no reason why they couldn't sustain themselves on small things. Excuse me. The instinct is there to hunt larger things. And as I say, it could just be that they're just a little bit small and that's why they haven't been successful. Possibly their skills as well still need to develop. But, you know, they will keep trying until they get it right. And they are at that age where they are a decent size, so they can protect themselves, and they are able to climb trees very well. So if there's any sign of danger, they can get up a tree and out of danger. Cubs of about a year old have been known to survive, so it is possible. I think, again, it will just depend on the individual and depend on circumstances. If they have a bit of bad luck, you know, then that could be it. But otherwise, there was a couple of beaters that went for a swim, dipping themselves.
We had this whole morning we had like 5-6 buffaloes at the dam.
Oh, nice.
And not drinking water in the dam, swimming and lying in there.
They love it, eh? Oh, hippo's watching buffalo now. Very well now.
Will they actually attack each other?
Yeah, go ahead. Langlade Healthcare Centre. Welcome to you. From Kim, and Kim's with you as well from Antigo in Wisconsin. Welcome on board, everybody. It's great to have you here in your morning. And I hope you're enjoying the drive so far with the buffalo, the hippo, and I hope you got to see Shivambalana. I'm going to try and head back that way again very shortly for anybody that did miss the leopards. But, there's a blacksmith lapwing just in the bottom of the screen there as well. And a couple of doves that I can't quite see who they are. Could be laughing doves. Difficult to see, the light's not too good. But welcome on board, I hope you're all well. And Eugene was actually just asking a question. I was getting two questions in my ear, one in my left ear and one in my right ear. But Eugene wanted to know if the hippo and buffalo will actually attack each other. And funnily enough, the only time I've ever really seen them interact is when the hippo has got quite disgruntled the fact that the buffalo have taken their sleeping spots on the banks. And I've actually seen hippo go and nudge the buffalo out the water so that they can go and sleep there. But as far as, you know, chasing each other or being aggressive, you don't really see that very often. They seem to respect each other's strength, and I think with there being plenty of water, I don't think there's any reason for them to fight. Now, if it came to the point where there's not too much water, then you may find there is a difference in behaviour. You may find the hippo being a lot more protective over the water and, you know, sort of chasing the buffalo away, or the buffalo chasing the hippo. I've seen rhino standing against buffalo trying to move them out the way, and buffalo have gone, "No, I'm not moving, thank you very much." I've also seen a picture of rhino actually fighting with buffalo, and I'd love to know what started that fight and then why it was fighting, because it's not something you see very often. But the collective name or collective noun for buffalo is obstinance, and I think that is pretty apt. Because if they don't want to move, they won't. And there ain't no way you can get them to move. They stand their ground. Okay. I just wanted to show you this quickly, if I can actually get to the right page. There we go, 380. Because we saw the plum-coloured starling. Plum-coloured starling, and the female is actually striped with brown on her body. You can see that, so she's quite a different colour. So this is the plum-coloured, or now known as the violet-backed starling, and with the yellow ring around her eye. Couldn't really see the yellow ring around the male's eye that we saw today. I think we were just too much in the shade for that. Let's say this beautiful metallic purple, there's nothing else really like it. And then going to the greater blue-eared starling. Let's say this comes out like a dark patch, and the feathers are slightly bluer, and especially under here as well, the blue belly and the flanks. But it's this dark patch behind the eye, whereas if we go down to the Cape Glossy, you can see there's no dark patch, and this is much greener, much greener. It really does come out quite green. Okay. That's what I heard. A hyena.
How far do hyenas go away from their den?
I'm not entirely sure. Depends on where they have to go to find food. I don't think ours need to go that far, because there seems to be plenty of food around.
But they won't really just tonight go and stay somewhere else and those things. They'll head back home.
Sally Slick, Fabienne and Sarah. Sorry, Eugene. With the three-banded plover. And a lot of other people getting the right one as well. Thank you very much for that. Three-banded plover there, Eugene. And you were asking...
No, I was just talking about hyenas.
Oh, whether they will go and stay
find
somewhere
a new
else.
Den and
yeah, it's not as strict that they use the den every night, and in fact you'll actually find more the females with the cubs using the den, and the rest of the clan are more likely to sleep out in the bush or other dens. So the den is really used by the cubs and the adults of the cubs usually, and you may get one or two dropping in and out, maybe even a babysitter.
Did you just say Fabienne?
Yes, Fabienne, as in
just want to say
Canada.
hi, Fabienne.
Good to have you on board again,
Yes.
Fabienne.
Hi Fabienne.
Seb is also saying hello. What was the name of this bird?
Three-banded plover. And the smaller birds are plovers still, the larger birds are lapwings.
Oh, I found it.
Awesome.
hear Anthony is saying our online store is doing quite well.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so just thanks to everybody for supporting the online store, and if you want to buy any Christmas gifts this year, I think Juma and Wild Earth gear and Tara gear and Mark and Seb gear will be the perfect gift to give this year. So yeah, please follow the link. I will post it again on Facebook tonight. So please follow that link, and again a shout out to Anthony and to Peter Buntman to say thank you again for all your support and help.
Oh yeah, Peter actually supplied a lot of pictures, didn't he?
Yes.
Some beautiful pictures.
Absolutely amazing pictures. So, and should you travel to South Africa, again you can contact Peter Buntman at www.lensforhire.co.za, and again you can rent any of his equipment.
That's pretty good.
While you're
Because
traveling.
you don't want to get a big lens and then
No.
not use it for most of the year.
Yeah, one of our guests that stayed here the other day, they hurt their lens during their travels.
Okay, Mark's actually got the website on the screen.
On the screen. They hurt their lens, and the easiest way just to go is to go to rent from Peter Buntman and at lensforhire.co.za, and you can just rent it from him, pick it up at Joburg, and then travel through South Africa, give it back in Joburg, and return back home.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
But also a big thank you to everybody who did give us original drawings as well. I must admit,
yes.
there's been some fantastic ones there. And obviously the Who Dung It line. And Shirley, I know Shirley Shed also, the money does go to the drives as well. And she's been doing a lot of different designs for the rhinos as well, stop the rhino poaching and all that sort of thing as well. And I think she's come up with a few more designs, and I've seen a couple of Christmas designs as well.
Yes.
So definitely.
Did I
a big
see
thank
one
you.
with Teddy with a Christmas hat on?
I think so. I think that was Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy with a Christmas hat on. That was quite an awesome picture.
So go ahead, Mark. Oh, fantastic to hear. Little Blessings Preschool is on board again with Donna in Nebraska. Hi, everybody. Do you want to say hi, Eugene?
Hi Donna, how everybody there?
And also to Max. Max is a special little boy as well.
Isn't he
He's
5?
5 years old, yeah. And remember, Max also gave us a question last time he was on board. So welcome on board, Max. And Max wants to know what my favourite animal, African animal, is. Well, my favourite animal of all time is actually a tiger, and I was actually given this special brooch by Rosie Sarsaparilla. You can see the beautiful stripes there on the body. That's my ultimate favourite animal, but my favourite African animal is a leopard. So, cousin of the tiger.
Well, the picture right on top of her hat.
There we go, yeah. So you can see on my hat there. I'm not moving.
I must be honest, the hippo started to become one of my favourites. I don't know why. I think it's because I saw Storm being born. I think that's why I fell in love with hippos.
Yeah, the Storm would have been probably about this big. Baby hippo is about this big. Tiny. The reason why I stopped is I wanted to see if our vulture chick had his head up. So I'm actually going to try and get a little bit closer, but can you see through the trees at all there, Seb? Oh, there we go. Yeah, there he is. Fantastic. And I remember someone asking if the vulture chick would have fledged already, you know, and my answer was I think because it was so cold and with a lot of bad weather, the parents were just protecting it and it was sitting with its head down. But now that it's hot and it's sunny, it will be sitting there. You can see the wings actually open. So either the parent is there, and I think the chick is probably just behind it actually. I think it's the parent shielding the chick by the looks of it. This looks a little bit larger. So remember that the chick actually has a white head. But let me see if I can get a slightly better view, slightly closer, but we're in the best point for the sun now. I'm hoping this is going to be Okay, let me try and get around this tree. The summer is wonderful for the trees, but it also causes problems that we can't see past the trees sometimes. Can you see past there?
Yeah, that's
Or actually, let me go a little bit forward. This is a little bit of a two-track here. There we go. So I don't know how good a view that's going to be, but... Oh, parents put its head down now.
Well, I can see him from here.
Yeah, I think he's actually got his head up. I think that is the chick, actually. I can see it does look a little bit paler than what I thought. I think that could be the chick.
And how old do you think this one is?
I think probably about 6 weeks, maybe 2 months. I think that could be it.
And how long do they wait before they start hunting or start fetching
Vultures
food?
don't hunt.
Oh, but fetch food.
Vultures aren't capable of hunting, well, most vultures. The feet aren't strong enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is the chick, actually. But the lappet-faced vulture is thought to do a bit of hunting, possibly flamingos as well. But otherwise, it's the scavengers, basically. So they will, once it fledges, it'll go scavenging. And I think that's probably about 6 months. I forget now. Oh, I've got my wrong book. I'm just trying to remember how long it was last time. I think it was between 5 and 6 months. But I think hatch probably about 2 months ago. Might even be shorter than that, maybe 3 months, 3 or 4 months. I'll have to check on that. But this is a white-backed vulture, and you can only really see the white when they open the wings out. But while it's sitting up there, hidden away, you're not really going to see that bit of white. And depending on the size of the vulture, will depend on who bullies who at a carcass, and it just depends on who arrives first as well. The higher the vulture flies, the more likely they are to spot other vultures circling above a carcass, or even battaliers or tawny eagles. So they will often look out for the behaviour of other scavengers rather than actually look out for a carcass themselves. They may even watch the behaviour of animals below them. So the ones flying higher tend to be the larger ones. The lappet-faced vultures tends to be one of the highest flying vultures. So they will tend to follow what everybody else is doing. But sometimes you'll find a lappet-faced vulture at the carcass first, and they are big vultures. They're the largest vulture that we have here in South Africa. And they will bully other vultures away. And they tend to go for larger chunks. They can also rip open a carcass. They're quite strong. The smaller vultures tend to wait for other animals to rip open the carcass, or they'll go towards the final stages of the feeding. They'll wait around for a lion to finish, for example. And they'll go for the softer tissue usually. So if there's any soft tissue still available, they'll eat that. But
So
I
do
don't
they eat on the spot, or do they take back the nest?
They'll eat on the spot. They'll fill the crop.
Yeah.
And then that'll be digested. But they'll do it pretty quickly if there's big vultures around, because the big vultures might just push them away from the carcass. There is no water at Chalapan. I thought there was a bit of water. It must have all soaked in. Let's head back. Okay. Who's that from? Oh, really? And there's a line at Bresseroy. I think we're the wrong side for the colours, but you may see them. But look at that beautiful long tail. And some people are getting a bit confused with lilac-breasted and the purple roller, and that very long tail, those two long tail feathers help to distinguish between the purple and the lilac-breasted roller at this stage. But also the European has quite a blunt tail as well. Well, you can see a little bit of colour there, but we are on the wrong side for the sun. But hi Sumac, and hubby Martin, and Puppy. Apparently Puppy knows my voice. Not sure what Puppy's name is, but hi Puppy. And hi Sue and Martin, good to hear from you. And Sue wants to know, Eugene, how often do the dancers come to the lodge? Was that a once-off, or do they come quite often? Is it every night?
Over the season period, they will be coming more often to the lodge.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, of course, depending on how busy the lodge is and so on. Of course, you guys saw the dancers for the first time at the lodge. And the dancers has been there, in the Sabi Sands again.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think we'll be using them over the festive season. December month, we should be using them at least 5 times.
Oh, fantastic.
If I look according to bookings and schedule, we should be using them again about 5 times for a show and those things. But they are remarkable. They were very
good.
Actually sounds so bad. They were very, very good and very entertaining. Our sales and marketing manager Jaco Wenzel arranged that, and Jaco built a very good relationship with Moses. So I believe Jaco will be inviting them back next month again.
Fantastic. And they weren't from Dixie. Whereabouts were they from?
Do you know what? I've got the town completely wrong. I was also under the impression Dixie, but it's about an hour's drive from here. But I forgot the town's name. So
Justitia. Is that what you're saying, Mark? Justitia.
But yeah, they're about an hour's drive away from us.
Okay.
But yeah, like Moses said, it was an organization, instead of letting the kids not have a structure life, that they do this and live out their passion for what they do. So it's a very good cause.
Definitely. And they did put the heart and soul into it. You can see they put everything into it.
Yeah, no, they were really, really amazing.
Graham, come in. Can I rejoin you on that lock? Copy. Is the best place to come on the southern side?
Yeah, it's actually where you were. You went typing back there, but I think it might be one of the previous cuts there.
Okay, copy. Thank you. Holly. Hi, Holly. Good afternoon to you. Holly wanted to know something. Apparently there was possibly something in the drainage line that was scaring them. Little boy ran back to where we saw him earlier. Holly wants to know, why don't we see small groups of females of buffalo? Why is it just the males? The females tend to stay with the herds, Holly. The old, the injured, the lame. Sorry, I didn't copy. Ooh, looks like we might have Daddy joining the cubs.
Mvula.
No, Mvula's not their daddy.
Who's
Yambili or Dan.
Oh, Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of Karula's dad.
Oh, that's Mafufanyang.
Mafufanyang.
So Holly, hopefully we'll see. I can hear a squirrel calling. yeah, the females tend to stay with the herd, and they just tail at the back of the herd. But it's the males, and I think also the fact that the prime bulls will push the males out of the herd also doesn't help the fact that the males are on their own, or it does help them to push them out, basically. I'm gonna try and go to where Graham is. Let's try and get him in here somehow. Daddy is. Hello. I'm just behind you. Where did Dad go? Through there. Oh, there he is. Ah, okay. If I can just go around the back of you, is that okay? 2. Oh, 2-1. Aha.
Hello, hello.
How's it going? Hello.
Now you see, Shivambalana this time is not happy with Dad being there.
With Dad being here.
That's Dad.
Yeah, but
Yeah. He's nervous about Dad being here. Now I wonder if it's because Dad wasn't too enthralled with him last time he saw him.
Okay, you're gonna have to duck Tara, please.
Oh, I'm going to try and move again. There he goes, he's going right through the drainage line. There goes Shivambalana. He's not taking any chance. Sure, up onto the dam wall, look. There he goes. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Oh, we're not going to get a view from the dam wall, so I think we're going to have to try and go from this side. Yeah. Yambili is just down here. Sorry everyone, just your ears going there. Actually, is it Yambili? That doesn't look like Yambili to me. No, it's not. Yeah, it looks like Mufufunyan. That's why he's running.
It's
That's his granddad.
Oh, is it his granddad?
That is his granddad.
But why is he running away from his granddad?
Because he doesn't know his granddad that well. From what we've seen, Karula did keep them apart and Mufufunyan actually chased the cubs.
So he's
Last time he saw them, I think he's smelling exactly where Shivambalana was sitting. He's actually licking and tasting possibly what he was eating and possibly smelling Shivambalana. So that's why he's running. I was going to say, because they do know the father, but I thought, well, maybe because he wasn't that approachable last time, maybe he decided that it was better for him to get out of the way.
So this is granddad.
This is granddad, Mufufunyan, Karula's father. Does look like him. I'll try and get a good view of him. Oh, we need to move forward a bit, hey. Sure, he's looking old now though. He's coming up to about 14 years old.
14?
14.
Isn't Safari his wife or girlfriend or 17 or something like that?
She is around 18 or 19 now. Kim was actually asking the lifespan of leopards and how old is Karula. So I just want to get a shot of him there. Come on, the fifth, turn your head around. He just looks a little bit light though for Mufafignon. But I know he has been, well yeah. No, it's definitely not Yambili and it's definitely not one of the boys and it's definitely not Mvula.
What about Tyson?
I see, I don't know Tyson.
Sorry, Eugene, your shoulder.
Oh, sorry.
Come on, turn around, mister.
You go a little bit like that.
Is it possible to just take the camera off, do you think? Because
I'm gonna take it off.
I don't particularly want to start up while he's
Drinking.
so close. Graham, come in.
Yeah, this looks like not too long.
Yeah, I was just about to say, do you still have the Mampimpans with you? Okay, copy. Yeah, Graham's also saying Mufafignon. But it looks like he has been in the wars a little bit. It does look like he's been in the wars. Now I did hear from guides yesterday that he looked like he was drooling quite a lot, but he doesn't look like he's drooling today. It's possible that he had a bit of an infection or something in his throat, but his throat doesn't look that swollen today to me either, so it could possibly be that he caught something and he's actually getting over it, and that's possibly why he's looking a bit thin. But yes, that does make sense. With Shivambalana running, apparently Shivinzi also ran. And he has been known to kill cubs. He killed one of Intima's cubs.
So when he came down the drainage line, they
That's why
sensed him and that's why they...
No, they saw him.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, they saw him. They know what Dad looks like, I think. Well, I'm pretty sure they would. And they would know his smell. And they knew, okay, this leopard we don't know. But interesting that Karula didn't want him coming anywhere near the cubs, even though they are related, but obviously removed because he is the granddad, and even if he sired male cubs, he's actually been killing them fairly early. And especially Shivambalana, even if he was his, he possibly could try and kill him, but he didn't seem to be too bothered. I think he was more drawn by the smell of a kill. By the looks of it, especially with him looking around that area and just seeing if there was anything else to eat. But Kim, life expectancy of a leopard, let's say if they do reach adulthood, I mean, they could look to live maybe mid-teens maximum in some areas, but here late teens for some of the females. I mean, say we're getting into 18 or so for safari, White Cloth, when she died, she actually died at the hands of another male leopard. So she still had a cub. She had a cub about the same age as Mishun and Duna, and that was probably about a year and a half old at that stage. And she was actually killed protecting him from another male. And she was around 18. She was actually thought to be the oldest leopard in Sabi Sands at that stage. That was about a year ago.
Is her cub still alive?
Yes, that's Spocko, the ghost.
Okay.
That's White Cloth's son. I say this old boy is probably about coming up to 14 years old now.
Now, if he's here, how far do you think is safari in them?
Well, there's no way of knowing. There's no way of knowing. It's not as if they stay together. It just happens to be that she's mated with him, but he can also mate with other leopards as well. And he has been seen mating with Intima. There's a possibility that he mated with Karula's daughter, Shadow, who we know as Tingana. And a male's territory will overlap that of a number of females.
I can hear that he
Hi,
burns away.
Deb. Deb in Las Vegas. Good afternoon to you. And is it true that Karula's father, Mafufanyan, who we're seeing now, did he mate with Karula and be the sire of her first litter? And it is a possibility. No one's 100% sure. He was seen mating with her, but it is a possibility that Yambidi Odan also mated with her. But I think it's 95% certain that Mafufanyan is the father, but as I say, there is that doubt. Inbreeding for the first generation is not normally a problem, Deb. It's when you start getting into the later generations, so if you still carry on inbreeding, that's when you start to get a problem. Yeah, as I say, I was expecting, from what we were told by guides yesterday, and I actually did forget to say to people, I say his throat was apparently swollen and he was drooling, and it could be that he got something lodged in his throat, it could be that he got bitten by something, but he doesn't look, I mean, apart from looking thin, he doesn't look like he's having any of those problems now, but and just in case anybody did miss it, Mafufanyan. Some people call him Mafuf Daddy.
Mafuf Daddy.
He disappears. Good, how are you? stay away from those cubs, mister.
Just stay there.
Yeah. Just stay away from those cubs. Okay. I want to find where those cubs are actually. Graham, whereabouts? Oh, okay, I see them now. They're on the Shadulu.
Oh.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to go around to this side. Sorry everyone, I know it's a nice pose, but you know what? I want to be where the cubs are. I want to see what they're seeing. I want to see if he can see them.
This is so exciting, actually.
Yeah, well, he better just not go anywhere near them. I think, you know what, they are pretty clued in though. I don't think we need to worry about it. They're keeping their distance. They're keeping a very safe distance. See, he is watching him like a hawk. Yeah, you see, look. Okay.
It's very nice stuff, Leopards.
Look at those eyes.
You see, he's giving that exactly what his brother was giving to him a few days ago. Keep away from me, keep away from me.
Where's the sister?
That I'm not sure. I think she might have stayed in the drainage line by the sounds of it. Sorry, Mark, you were cutting out quite a lot there. Can you go again? Okay, I'm just going to roll forward so we can actually see Muffo.
Yes. Just wanted to get that.
Okay, do old leopards still have the ability to hunt their prey from Raffi? Hi, Raffi. Do old
Hi,
leopards still have the ability to hunt prey? I think he's seen him. He's looking straight at him now. Straight at him. Do they team up with other leopards as they get older? Yeah, that's right, boy. Keep looking the other way.
Keep looking the other way.
I don't think he's going to try anything. I think the reason being, Shivambalana is keeping his distance. As I say, he's got a really good distance here. He's got probably, what are we looking at? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, a good 50, 60 metres. I mean, Mafuffinyan is, as I said earlier, 13. Shivambalana is about a year old. He's definitely going to get out of his way. If he can run out of his way if he needs to. So I don't think we need to worry.
Especially that he's maybe a little bit sick as well. Might
Possibly,
not be at full strength.
Possibly. Yeah. Sorry? I don't know, was he? Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I'm just wondering if she stayed in the drainage line. Could well be. But yeah. But as I say, the last time we actually did see, as I was saying earlier, with Mafuffinyan, the cubs, last time was here at Treehouse Dam, and the cubs I think did actually run off in that direction, and behind us where Shivambalana is sitting, he's actually gone behind the termite mound now. He was actually sitting on the other side of the dam wall, on the other side,
Wow.
and Karula walked up to him and also gave that. Oh, he's seen something. What's he seen?
Lindsay coming.
Look at that. Oh, Shavinzi.
There she's coming.
Oh
Underneath
yes,
the
I can
tree.
see. She's
Coming.
now. She might have. Has she seen him?
Graham.
Graham. Shavinzi.
Lindsay's coming. She's on the other side of the dam wall.
Yeah.
Lindsay.
Savinzi.
The girl.
The girl leopard.
The girl. So she's I think seen him. She stopped in a tracks.
Look at this looking now.
Yeah, flat. No, she knows that he's here. So as I say, I think that's why she stayed in the drainage line and maybe went around the back, and she's just spotted him now. I think she has stopped. Shivambalana is still behind us. If I move back, do you think you can get us
there she
through this
comes.
tree here?
A little
There
bit
she
forward,
goes.
please, though.
Here she comes.
Yeah, go a bit
Okay.
forward if you can. Yeah.
There?
There, that's fine.
That's it. Let's say they've obviously got Karula's survival instinct. They're keeping their distance. They know this leopard is bad news. Because of obviously how Karula treated him last time and the fact that he actually did.
But here she...
Hold on a minute, is it?
No, that's not
hold
Shivindi,
on,
that's
hold
Shivindi
on.
now.
Who is that?
That's
No.
that's male.
No, it is. It's. No, hold on a minute. That doesn't even look like Yambili. Okay,
Oh
so this
my
isn't
word.
Shavinzi, guys. This is another
No, it's
male.
not Shivindi.
Is that Jordan?
Yeah, I think it is.
I'm just trying to see now. This could be a big
Big
problem.
fight. Oh. Look at him, look at him.
Yeah, he is not a happy cat.
He's... So he's coming to protect him. Oh.
Oh, he's gone. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, he is gone. He is out of here. No, I'm not convinced that's Jordan. I'm not convinced. You know what? This looks more like Mafuffanyan to me. I'm not so sure now. This is looking more like Mafuffanyan to me now.
Check the close-up, Yota. Check the close-up.
No, there's no heart there. No, that's not him. No, that's not him. It's not him. See those black marks down by his eyes? That looks more like... No, it's not. That looks more like Mafuf to me with those deep...
He's drooling.
Yeah, that's Mafuffanyan.
That's
So who
that's
was the other one?
grandfather now.
This is the grandfather.
So who's the other one?
That... I don't know. This looks like Mafuffanyan
Watch
to
out
me.
your head, please, Eugene. Tara,
Ah. Okay, because he's salivating, which is what the other guy
Yeah,
said to us.
yeah. So that's
This is
Mafuffanyan.
Mafuffanyan. And he is
So who's
going
the other one?
towards... We don't know. We don't know. My word, what is going on here with these leopards?
Sure.
There's Shivambalana.
Drooling a lot.
Yeah, he is drooling a lot.
Yeah.
So that is Mafuffanyan. So, who
Was the other one?
was Shivambalana? So now he's seen him. He doesn't want to get near him either. Yeah, I know. Okay, can you get both from there, either side of the tree?
This is really amazing.
Okay,
huh?
so we've actually got Grandad now with Shivambalana. So, what I've said previously, look at this. Mafuffanyan did actually chase the cubs away with Karula, and now he's actually quite intrigued. Maybe they've seen Mafuffanyan after that incident with Karula, maybe she's actually introduced them. But look at this. Shivambalana is getting so close to his... This is definitely his grandfather. So I wasn't convinced with the other one, but then I thought, well, it must be.
He's actually fine with his grandfather.
Looks like it, and it looks like Mafuffanyan... Oh, well, he's actually giving the cough. He is telling him to keep away. But he's also intrigued. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
This is incredible. I want to know who that other leopard was now.
I've got some nice
Yeah, this is definitely Mafuffanyan, I'm convinced.
Okay, we need to
And a
go
few
back.
other people saying as well.
We need to go back
Yeah,
to
no,
the
yeah. I think keep it plugged in, Eugene.
No, I'll leave it in.
Yeah.
Well, I got some nice close-up of that.
Yeah, well, I've got
some
pictures
screenshots.
because I wasn't 100% sure, but then Graham also said he thought it was my fuff, so I thought, okay, cool, makes sense.
He looks much older than my friend, actually.
Yeah, he looks very old. So I wonder maybe that could be Tyson. Okay, we need to go. We're gonna carry on with the guys. So I want to see what happens. But yes, definitely that is Mufufnyani salivating, as the guys were saying. He doesn't look as swollen.
Do you think he's going to that other one now?
There he is, yeah. Can you see him through there?
No, not there. I need to reverse a bit. Oh, yeah, that should be fine.
Oh, we're gonna move on now. I just need the other vehicle to keep moving. Let's see if we can go in this side. Okay, so we need, if anybody can get an ID for us, I'm wondering if that was Tyson then. Because he did look old. So that's why he did look pale compared to what I remember with Fuff, but we don't see him that often. But as I say, I think Shavinzi did stay in here. I think she might have stayed in here. But again, they do know that, I mean, obviously that whole posture, they knew, they didn't recognise that leopard earlier, and that's why they got out of there. So I do wonder if Karula has introduced them to Mufufanyaan. Maybe they realised the other day with the way that she was with him, she wasn't running away from him, she just snarled a little bit. Told him to keep his distance, and he didn't even care less. He was very much keeping away from them after he chased them, but she put him in his place and said, look, don't bother, do not bother. But definitely he doesn't look as swollen as what they were saying. Still, I mean, he is salivating a little bit. I think the other male has hightailed it. Hey, Graham, come in. Do you have visual of the other Ingwe? Do you have Shavinzi? Copy. Do you know what Tyson looks like? Do you think it could be him?
No, he's too young, man. I'm sure
Yeah, I'm sure the second one's my Fuff. The other one just was a little bit pale, but yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think that's
Is that somebody over there?
Sorry?
Okay, copy. Yeah, we'll try and do the same our side too. I thought there was someone over there, but there isn't. There he goes. There goes Shavan Balana. I just saw him. I did see somebody. He went over the other side. That's what Fuff's just seen. So yeah, very interesting. So maybe they smell that he is a relative, but still keeping the distance and say, still coughing and going, keep away from me. Mufufanyaan doesn't seem too bothered. As I say, again, he is old, so with a yearling, he's not really going to try and chase him. When he kills the cubs, it seems to be when they're very young. They're not putting up much of a fight. I think we'll go around the other side.
Oh, no, that looks pretty nice.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, when we lose sight of him, we'll go around the other side. But yeah, if anybody can get an ID on us, Graham seems to think too young for Tyson, but possibly the original Jordan male. So apparently there was two. The one that we know is Yambili Jordan, and that male that he's talking about. Oh, beautiful. See, that's better water, I'm sure. Wow.
What an
Wow.
interesting day.
So much excitement.
Yeah.
Yes, but that other one bolted so quickly. It was...
Because I thought he was going flat to hide himself away from who we thought it was Shavinsky walking down the road. But obviously it was to hide himself away from Mafufanyam walking down the road. At least we're having a nice look at him. Maybe he's a little bit swollen there, just around the back of the jaw. Maybe he's got a broken tooth. Well, apparently people did see the other one was swollen. Huge abscess.
Huge.
But I didn't notice that. But I think maybe just at the back of his jaw on his left side looks a little bit swollen now that I can see him. But maybe that's why he's drooling. Maybe it is a tooth problem.
Oh, look at that drool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's that left side. Thanks, Marsha. Apparently Marsha... Oh, he's coming back this way. Apparently Marsha's saying... So I want to see where the cubs were as well, but he's coming back this way. Marsha's saying her cat had a similar problem with an abscess, which the other one looked like it had. As I say, I didn't notice it. But it had to be drained, and she's wondering if that could be the similar thing with him drinking a lot as well. Could well be. Could well be. But definitely that left side is looking swollen to me now. Copy that, thank you. If you see that other Madora, can you let me know? Thank you so much. But I mean, he's not looking as thin as the other male. He's not looking that thin, yeah. But to say, with it being at the back of the jaw, I do wonder if he's got a tooth problem. Oh, thanks, Lynn. Sending in pictures. Okay, thank you very much, Raisa.
See, now
Raisa and Patty was that. Patty Mulligan saying it's definitely not Tyson. Thank you, ladies. I've never met him. But definitely nice to know. Okay, so we're ruling out Tyson for the first male. We're ruling him out. Okay, so maybe it is the original Jordan male. Very rough ears, rugged ears. Where are you going with the... So it's not going to be in the best view, but I'm going to have to go through there, I think.
I'm suddenly so glad this morning I didn't go on drive.
Well, yeah, but well, everything happens for a reason, hey? Everything happens for a reason. And obviously, this is what that reason's supposed to be. You're supposed to see this incredible leopard interaction. And this is one of the best things about being here at Djuma Game Reserve. You don't get a chance to see leopards like you see leopards here at Djuma Game Reserve elsewhere. Sometimes you can, but this incredible interaction, the fact that we can actually follow the individual leopards and we can actually recognize usually individual leopards, and get there eventually, so that we can start to understand the interactions between them. The fact that the cubs were running further away from that other male, as I say, that kind of put into what I thought had happened previously. But obviously they just didn't know that male, and the instinct is run for your life. You don't know what that male's going to do to you. You can see him through there. Actually, might be able to get a better view of him through here. Let's try. Might be who? Where's your granddaughter, Muffuf? Where is she? So Max, if you're still watching, these are my favourite African mammals or animals. And I'm so glad they came out for us and this amazing interaction. And the fact that, you know, we're watching this and you're watching it unfold as much as we are, and that's why we do make mistakes sometimes in the heat of the moment and what's going on. As I say, I wasn't fully convinced. I thought, well, no, we've got another ID from somebody else. Okay, cool. But then, as I say, this boy walks onto the scene and then that's it. I'm thinking, no, maybe I've changed my mind. But still, Shivan Balana did keep his distance. Are you trying to search out your granddaughter, mister? Or are you trying to search out that other male? We'll definitely see if we can get a positive ID. Any chance of lining up the picture?
Yeah.
And look at that big, beautiful... It's actually what I saw, and what I wasn't seeing on the other leopard was those dark patches in front of his eyes. And they just, for me, stand out on Mafuffanyan so much. More so than other leopards. Although they do have them, but his just seems so much thicker than other males, and that beautiful thick neck. But as I say, knowing that he's been sick, that's why I didn't even think. Okay.
But the other male did look older. Looked like old. I mean, didn't look young.
He did look old. No, he did look old. I think Dr. Rita, I think Mark was breaking up a little bit then, but Dr. Rita's saying maybe it's some timber. And I don't know what Matimba looks like, unfortunately. And if memory serves me correctly, I just want to see where he's going though. Because he keeps meandering.
That way.
If memory serves me correctly, I think that is Karula's brother, Matimba. This is very, very thick here. Shavinzi, where are you? Franken calling over there. Yeah, it's very thick along there as well. Maybe we should try the other side. I'll have to go around, I think. Because it's all thick along this side too.
Get the moon from here.
But amazing the fact that we've now had grandfather, father, 3-year-old son, cubs and Karula, well mother, all in the same area. This seems to be the hot spot for these leopards at the moment. And that's all been in the last week. So we've had 4 generations of the same family all together. I mean, wow. And now a full moon just to top it off. Beautiful.
Looks like a little heart there on the moon.
Yeah, it does a bit. Okay, sorry, there was another question, wasn't there? If you can just repeat that last question, because I was talking about Dr. Rita and I think Eugene was just asking me a question there. Ah, yes. And that was from Dale. Dale, hi Dale, sorry, I got sidetracked with your question. Dale wants to know if I stepped outside the vehicle, would I become prey? And he would be more likely to run away from me, Dale. But having said that, a sick animal tends to be a lot more dangerous because they tend to not be able to go after their normal food source. I say tend because I'm sure he is. He doesn't look as thin as the other male. But the other male was also relaxed around the vehicles, which says to me that he does know vehicles, so he must be used to vehicles. Okay, spotlight. Okay, you're going to have the job of the spotlight.
Awesome.
So it's your job to find the leopards for us again. Just if you can switch it off just as we start off the vehicle. Oh no, just as we start off the vehicle. Try and save the battery. I was wondering that, but it is Karula's brother, isn't it? Or am I thinking of the wrong name? Matimba. Apparently Matimba's 5 years old, and that leopard did look older. Okay, so in Bali, okay.
See that?
Okay, it doesn't say. Oh, okay. So apparently he had a sister called Imbali. He is son of Safari, which is Karula's mother. So I think it is Karula's brother, Matimba. But apparently Imbali died 5 years ago. That's where the 5 comes in. So it's not 5. His sister died 5 years ago. So maybe it could be. Maybe it could be. No? Okay.
No, but we've got eyes over there.
Oh, okay.
So just coming out to cross Chilokatan from
Where were you seeing?
If you drive down the road backwards, there was eyes just there.
Oh, there. I think that's Shivangalana there, yeah. I think that is him. Let's go have a quick look. Still watching, shame. We'll go down on the southern side. If I can just grab the spotlight from you, just so I can
problem.
locate. Does he look like he was just up here? Hi Nancy, we're not sure. We're not sure who the leopard was. It did look like he had blue eyes, you're right. That was what was throwing me a little bit as well. But it didn't look like Mvula to me. It didn't look like... I say, we struggling to know who it was. Sorry, Eugene.
No problem.
Sure, it looked like there. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, so we're not sure entirely who it is. We're definitely going to try and get an ID. Graham's going to check the original Jordan male. He's going to check on him, see if it's him.
Bless you.
As I say, I'm not going to stay too long with this road. I think he's run off. Oops. Awesome. So there's a lot of emails that have come in with suggestions and photographs. I just want to give him a clear look at what's going on in front of him. And as I say, we're not going to blind him, but I think that male has completely gone now. If he hasn't, I think the Muff is. I think the Fuffinyan's going to hunt him down if he hasn't gone. Dr. Rita, hi Dr. Rita, wanting to know how often we see Muffinyan. Not that often. That's one of the reasons why I don't recognise him straight away. Just keeping a low profile. I'm just just watch him go. As I say, as much as I would love to stay with him, and I don't think we'll put him in any danger, but I just want to make sure that we won't. And it's still fairly light. I'm just using the spotlight just to give you guys a bit of a better look. But his best asset at the moment is just to use the darkness and the cover. And he has proven he has got that survival instinct, getting out of the way of a leopard he doesn't know. So we'll do him the favour of keeping letting it keep a low profile. So I don't think he's in any danger now, but we'll just make sure that it stays that way.
Well, he still looked a little bit tensed and a little bit still wary.
No, very much. So, I mean, as I say, they were fleeing for their lives. But the way Yambidi kind of greeted them the other day, that's what made me think, well, maybe they just, they realise it's him and he wasn't as welcoming as what he has been in the past.
Yeah.
But having said that, it could have been he was just a bit tetchy that day. So they ran straight up to him that day, so it is possible that, well, I'm sure they have met him a few times before. Karula's left. If you can definitely check in there as well. Because I think Shavinzi might still be around, but I want to see if we can catch up with that other male. But yeah, as I say, she has left them with Yambili, so she must trust him not to do anything with them. And they may have met Grandad before, they may have not met him, but maybe, as I say, just Shivambalana was with Karula when she saw Mafufnyan and she gave him that snarl, but she didn't run away from him. So maybe Shivambalana remembers that, will remember the smell, possibly the sight of this other leopard, his grandfather, Mafufnyan. And maybe that's why he wasn't as worried about coming too close to him, but he wasn't going up to greet him like he greeted his father the other day. But very interesting, very, very interesting. And the fact that Mafufnyan didn't even seem to pay him the light of day, he wasn't really that concerned that he was there. He seemed to be more concerned with finding out who the other male was, having a drink. Hi Rafi, I'm breaking up a little bit there again, but I'm hoping I've got the right question. But welcome back Rafi after a long absence, good to have you back. But wanting to know were the leopards possibly hunting around the dam, and at that stage there was not really anything there. They were certainly looking at each other. As I say, that whole, when the other male went down, I thought it was to hide himself from who we thought was Shavinzi, but then it obviously turned out he was keeping well hidden, or trying to keep well hidden from Mafufnyan. A slight submitting behaviour as well, submittance. He wasn't snarling, so that's the one I'm after, submissive. He wasn't snarling at him, he was going very flat, and as I say, as he approached, that was when he ran off. So definitely submissive behaviour there. But that was what he was focused on. Okay. But I think, we're going to have to leave the area now. I think that male has long gone. We don't want to try and find Shavinzi. I'm sure she's fine. We didn't hear any sounds. I reckon she must have been up a tree. Just got herself well hidden. Station's leaving the area where the Ingwe were last seen at Treehouse Dam. Sorry, you're saying the other Madora went to Twin Dams? Okay, copy, yeah. We left Mafufnyan in the drainage line. Shivambalana down towards Treehouse Dam, and no sign of Shavinzi.
Okay, groovy. Thank you. I'll see you later.
Okay, so that male has already made it to Twin Dams apparently, and he's still heading east.
So moving quite fast.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Graham, is there any chance that we might be able to see him, or is he moving quite rapidly?
Yeah, I know. He's stopped and he went to cut the dam area from where we are, and good thanks. Outside of that.
Okay, copy. Thank you. Yeah, it sounds like he's going to head into thick bush. But we did get quite a good look of him. I did get some pictures as well. I'm sure you guys got screenshots. So I think between us all, hopefully we'll get an ID. Hundreds of screenshots. Okay, that's awesome. So yes. So they have gone their separate ways. He hightailed it out of there. Okay. Yep, change of subject. Okay. Everybody at Little Blessings Preschool wants to know, is there bats here? And yes, we do have bats. We have quite a lot of bats, but we don't get to see them very often. We have small bats, very small bats. So the body is probably about this size, the wings are probably about that sort of size, maybe a little bit longer. But very small bats, pipistrelles.
I've got a bat living outside my house.
Have you?
Yeah.
I can show you a picture quickly of the bats. Oops, I'm going to just move those out the way. A box of tricks down here, hold on. Looking for my mammal book. And we also have fruit bats. So the small bats tend to eat insects, and the fruit bats eat the fruit. So they tend to be much larger than the insect-eating bats, because the insect-eating bats need to be small, so they can be quite nippy and they can fly around. Whereas the fruit bats, the fruit doesn't move, so they don't need to be worried about moving around too quickly. So, here we go. So the largest bat that we have here in South Africa is the straw-coloured fruit bat, which is this one here. It looks a bit like a fox. It's a long nose. Yeah. Don't shine directly on it, that should be fine. Okay, maybe just a little bit more.
Oh.
There we go, that should be alright. So here we go, so we've got a long nose, big eyes because they use their sight to find the fruit. Not too big ears, because they don't really need to use their ears to find the fruit. But they'll use their ears to find each other. But huge, huge wingspan. What have we got there? Where's the tape measure? I did see it. I did see it the other day. I don't know where it got put. I'll have to try and find it again. But, yeah, unfortunately I can't show you with the tape measure how big the wingspan is, but it's about 19 centimetres. So, I'm not sure how much that is in inches, but it's probably about this sort of size. For the wingspan, maybe a bit bigger actually, about that sort of size.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, no, that's their body length. I was thinking that's a bit small actually. 75 centimetres, so it's just shy of a metre. So we're looking probably about that sort of size for their wings, the wingspan.
Yeah, that's quite
That's
big.
very big. So that's for the fruit bat, the biggest fruit bat we have. And then we can show you the smaller ones. We don't have vampire bats. Here we go. These little bats, these are the pipistrelles. So these are very small, very, very small bats. Small bodies. You can see the ears very big because they use the ears to find their prey. In fact, they use their ears more than they use the eyes. So the eyes are very small compared to the head. And they have quite a small nose, these ones. But if I can actually show you, so they're
Where's the name?
here, pipistrelle. Lots of different ones. Doesn't actually give wing length, but another one I'd like to show you quickly, because they have wonderful wonderful looking ears. And these are horseshoe bats. There we go. And the horseshoe bats rely heavily on their hearing, and you can see that their ears are even larger. And then the nose as well, extremely large. They have a good sense of smell as well. But especially their hearing. And they use sound to try and find their prey. And they'll actually, it's almost like they shout, and then the reflection off of the insect bounces back, and that's what they hear. So it's like an echo. If you shout in a tunnel and you hear yourself calling back to you, it's that sort of thing that's going on. So if you shout in a tunnel and you get down here. So if you shout in a tunnel and you hear if you say hey, and then you hear hey back, and you can actually hear yourself, and that's basically what the bats are doing. So it's when you shout into the tunnel, the sound is reflected off of the tunnel wall, and it bounces back, and that's how you can hear yourself. So that is exactly what the bat is doing. It's giving off a sound, and it bounces back from the insect, and they can hear the sound from them. So quite amazing. So and that's what I was just about to say. Thanks, Mark. And one of the other reasons why they have these funny looking noses is because that's where they actually produce the sound from.
Where they what?
That's where they give off the sound. So it almost acts like an amplifier. It's almost like a little satellite dish. It shoots it out. So yes, there you go. So we do have a number of bats. I'm not too sure how many species of bat we have. If you can just switch off the light for me. We might have run our course. Oh dear, is it plugged in?
Yeah.
Definitely plugged in. Oh, okay, let me just try and switch that off. That's what I already had. There we go. That's what did it. Okay. Oh, we're nearly at the end of drive, so it's not too bad. Hi, Holly in Texas. Howdy. Has it ever been known for big cats to take lions down? And yes, no. Has it ever been known for big cats to take elephants down? I was going to go on to say yes, lions. Lions have been known to take down elephants in some areas, especially in Botswana where there's a lot of elephants. There are lion prides there that specialise in hunting elephant. And the lion prides can get up to 30 in the pride. The prides here are much smaller, but yes, they can hunt elephants. Adults as well as young. But here in the Sabi Sands you don't really see it. There's enough prey here, and our prides are not that big. They still go for buffalo and things like that. Maybe giraffes sometimes. Maybe baby elephants, but I doubt it because there's enough prey, other animals.
With less effort.
No, I wouldn't have said that.
Why not?
It's not less effort taking down a giraffe, just as difficult. As long as it's the numbers, as long as you've got the numbers to overpower. I think it's just the sheer size that you're thinking of. If you've got the numbers to overpower an elephant, it'd be the same as, if you've got maybe 6 or 8 trying to take down an elephant, it may be the same as 3 or 4 trying to take down a giraffe or a buffalo. It'd be the size more than anything. And the technique, if they've got the right technique,
then they should be fine, man. beautiful moon tonight.
It is, hey? Jupiter just sitting above the moon now.
Oh yes.
Okay. Yeah. Dean in Minnesota for Eugene. How long have you been at Juma and how long have you been in the lodge industry? And apparently there's a couple more as well.
Okay. I've been with Juma now for 7 months, going 8 months. I haven't been so long in the lodging industry. I started last year in the lodging industry, but I'm more in the hospitality industry, working in 5-star hotels and upper class restaurants and those things. I've been in the industry for just over 10 years. Starting off as a waiter, washing pots and pans and cleaning rooms, and study hotel and restaurant management, and yeah.
And you went over to America as well, didn't you?
The US and also the UK. I was in both countries. Pushing myself to new extremes and limits.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think there was apparently a couple more questions for you as well.
No problem.
Mark, if you want to send a couple more through for Eugene, you're welcome to. Okay. Martin, good afternoon, Martin, in Texas. Or howdy, Martin.
Howdy.
Wants to know, is there aircon in the rooms? And what was the other part to that one? Oh, that was it. Is there a backup generator for the rooms?
Yes. Hi, Martin from Texas. Yes, all our bedrooms got air conditioning, and also we've got a very, very good backup generator. You'll be actually quite shocked. We've got Wi-Fi, internet here. We've got satellite TV here. Only one television on the entire property because you actually come here for the bush and not for TV. But should it be a rainy day, we've got that facilities available for somebody to entertain themselves while it is raining. But yeah, we're very well equipped, and especially in the bush, you'll be surprised how good our internet signal and those things are here.
I thought I'd come back to the plains here because I thought we may have some chance to see maybe a small mammal before we say goodbye. I'll keep looking out.
That was a small.
Yeah, there's a baby impala, but I'm not going to shine on it now because with it being dark as well, the moon's going to cause a few problems. But I'd love to show you, but I don't want to put the life in danger from predators. Mudgy wants to know how the two little bush babies are. Unfortunately, it's not a happy ending.
Yeah, unfortunately it wasn't a happy ending. Both of them unfortunately passed away. We have given everything we possibly could, but unfortunately they were just too small and too young to survive without the nourishing of a mother, of their mother. But they did very, very well. They survived for over 10 days with us, which was very, very good. And I think they kept each other alive for such a long time. So,
and just to confirm, these were actually two little bush babies that were picked up by Guess. They'd fallen out of their nest, I think, and then picked up by Guess. So you guys
Yeah, we
took them in, didn't
we
you?
took them in, but the plan was to make them get used to the outside and to get them back to nature. They weren't as pets. We brought them up to make sure they got a hot water bottle and the food and eating and feeding them. We phoned Moholo nature people that
The rehabilitation centre.
yes. We phoned them to ask them how to do it, and yeah, they even said it's such a young age, it's such a risk trying to raise them. So, but we were very fortunate. They were with us 10 days, while the one and Yoda passed away 2 days after of loneliness, we suspect. So, but yeah, very sad, but they were very, very good otherwise.
Yeah. Hi, Sharon. Sorry, I'm getting my tongue twisted this evening. But great to hear from you, Sharon. Thank you for sending through a question so I could say and hear that you're actually on board. But welcome back. It is good to have you back, and I hope you get better soon. Keeping my fingers crossed for you. But wanting to know if there's anything indicative of the rings on the horns of especially the impala, possibly with age, that sort of thing. As you notice, they're close together at the base and they get further apart the further up the horn you go. And it is thought that those ridges form so that they help the horns to interlock and not slip when they're fighting. So when they actually put the horns together, they probably need more at the base, because obviously that's where most of the contact between the horns comes from. So with it not being a contest of trying to stab each other, it's actually trying to see who's stronger. It's a test of strength, and that's where it's thought those ridges, well, the reason why they have the ridges come from. And I think that's possibly why you're seeing more at the base of the skull than the top of the skull. Top of the horn, should I say. But unfortunately, I've just hidden what I wanted to show you. Haha, Rita read my mind.
Well, before Tara say goodbye, I just want to say thank you to everybody for having me on this drive today. And thank you to Tara, Seb and Mark for doing such a great job. You guys are really, really amazing. And thank you to everybody out there supporting us and helping us to keep the drives alive, and also supporting our Facebook page and the online store. And it was really such a pleasure to work with all of you guys and to have you all here with Juma and experiencing everything and sharing everything with you guys. So thank you very much for everything.
No worries. Well, thanks for joining us, and as I say, go well on your next adventure. I'm sure we'll be hearing from you, and I think on your Facebook page as well, I'm sure we'll be getting updates from you.
Yes, I've started my own public page, which I'm going to start using more to inform what I'm doing and etc. So that will be a more informative page, and then also my regular Facebook page, because I just think I will make a lot of my friends upset if I post too many things on my Facebook page and then newsfeed. So I'll just do it with my public page. But thank you so much, Tara, Seb and Mark. It's really an honor to have you guys here with us and to have spent this much time with you guys. It's
and you too, hey?
Really amazing.
It's awesome.
All the best.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, thank you very much.
Definitely, and I'm sure you'll go far, hey?
Oh, thank you.
But thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. And wow, what a wonderful afternoon. And as Eugene said, I think we're definitely glad that he joined us for this one.
Definitely.
Grandad meeting or seeing cubs and a strange leopard we've never seen before. I mean, wow, definitely fantastic leopard interaction. And I just hope it keeps coming. I mean, definitely, it's having us on the edge of our seats every day. It's brilliant. And my name's Tara. Sebastian's been on camera. Mark's been back in front of control. For those of you who didn't catch, this is Eugene, and he's from Voyatella Lodge. And as I say, Dr. Rita read my mind, because I was actually hoping to show you Venus, and you can actually see it just in the top of your screen. Here's Venus, looking beautiful. And actually the star just to the left there is Antares, the heart of the scorpion. Actually, I think Antares is a little bit further over. That could... Let me just have a quick look with my binoculars. Because I know Mercury is supposed to be up at the moment. And I think that is... I think that is Mercury. Yeah, steady light. And Antares is the one twinkling on the left. You can almost see that red fiery colour from Antares. But I think that is Mercury this evening. I know Mercury is quite bright. You don't often get a chance to see it. People see it and don't know who it is. But I'll double check on that. I'm not seeing any different colour. I know Jupiter is behind me. So I shall double check, but I think that could be Mercury. But thanks everybody. I hope you all go well wherever you are in the world. And do join us again tomorrow morning, 5:30 Central Africa time, where Sebastian will be heading out. And as I say, I will let Sebastian know if it is definitely Mercury that is there. So, or if it's not, I'll try and find out who it is. But yes. So thanks for all the questions. Thanks for the help with the IDs. We've got a couple more IDs there as well. And as I say, I'm going to be saying goodbye for myself and the team. Take care.
Hello everybody. A truly memorable afternoon with leopards down at Treehouse Dam. Can't imagine. Funny enough, I thought that old man was Mafufunyan when I first saw him, and then got really confusing. Well, I hope we're going to come up with some answers. I know Ryan was saying that there were some strange leopards in the area recently, so we'll just have to find out from other guides and comparing pictures. Thanks for everybody who sent in some screenshots. I know a lot of people did, and certainly got enough material to look at in terms of IDing some of these cats. But truly incredible behavior too. We are blessed with so many leopards. A lot of other places in Africa you can visit and you will see lion and you'll see a lot of other things, but you might not get to see leopards. So I think we need to, what's the word? Or the phrase or the cliche, looking a gift horse in the mouth, perhaps. Bird in the hand and all. I noticed there were a lot of questions that weren't answered, and I don't know if you noticed, but we were kind of busy on drive this evening, so there were many questions that we didn't get to. I obviously couldn't forward questions about other subjects while we were with that leopard behavior, with all those leopards going on. It would have been really, really strange to ask about moths and impalas and lodge air conditioning while we were watching that kind of leopard behavior. So if you didn't get your question answered today, do remember that we are here twice a day, every day, 3 hours at a time, 6 hours a day. And if you didn't get your question answered today, by all means send it in again tomorrow or the next day. I know a lot of things, and so there were a lot of comments regarding this particular leopard sighting, but we just couldn't get to them all. It's actually wonderful to get so many questions that we don't get to them all. Sometimes I manage to drive around and we don't get any questions in, and the drive can go quiet for a little while. But, well, today was one of those days where it was busy all around. Hang on a sec. So, yeah, Seb wants me on the radio. I'm going to say goodbye to you. Sweet dreams and all. Take care. We've got weekend coming up. I think it's Thursday today. So, yeah, looks like it could be. Yes, Thursday today. So, Friday tomorrow for everybody. For us, it doesn't really matter. We don't really have weekends, but I know a lot of people look forward to their Fridays and weekend coming up. Maybe a few more viewers on the weekend. This hot weather does mean that there might be weather coming. Let's hope we do get some in between drives. It's starting to get hot and dry. My name is Mark. I will be on camera tomorrow. Seb will be driving. I think Tara will be here in FC. So do join us again, 5:30 Central African time, and we'll see you then. Thank you for your patronage. Thank you for your viewership. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the family. Bye, everybody.